Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Plymouth Regional High School here on Pemmy Baker TV as we get set for this NHIAA Division II football matchup as the Pride of Merrimack Valley come to town to take on the Bobcats of Plymouth Regional High School. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Salzer alongside our staff here once again on Pemmy Baker TV, bringing you coverage of this big matchup. Both teams come in today at 1-1 on the season. Merrimack Valley coming off of their first win at home against Laconia in a nice 30-19 win there. Plymouth last week against arguably the favorite to win Division II this year against Bow, coming away with a 28-18 loss. Although Plymouth did get out ahead early, some good returns, some good back play, but mistakes and uncharacteristic mistakes from this Bobcat team really hamper them. Talking with head coach Chris Sanborn earlier this week, this is just fundamental mistakes, he said. The kids played physical, they played hard, but just some of those mental mistakes allowed Bo to get momentum, and they never really let go of it from there. It's just those little mistakes that are not typical of this program that, you know, it really hampered their progress. Something that really has stood out in the first two games of the year is the quarterback situation. The play really hasn't been up to standard in eyes of Chris Sanborn, the head coach. It's just missing some open targets last week at Bow. Yes, you were under pressure in the fourth quarter, but you had some out in the flat, and you just have to be able to, even if it's 5-10 yards down the field, is to back off the defense a little bit, try to get them into cover and open up that run game. That's what we saw in the season opener against Pembroke here at home for the Bobcats. They were able to attack downfield and open up the run game, and it really made it difficult for the Spartans defense to hang with Plymouth. So we'll see what happens here this afternoon. Again, on the other side, Merrimack Valley comes in looking for some redemption. They fell here last year in a little bit of that rainy sloppiness that you saw, 35-7. Plymouth looking to rebound to that right now. As you can see, Merrimack Valley and the Pride getting huddled up in the end zone. We are just about ready to go. So glad you could tune in here today. We're going to get ready to turn it over field side and to the public address announcer and Tony Torino to get set for starting lineups and national anthem. Kickoff coming up next. We'll keep it right here on Pemmy Baker TV.
Good afternoon and welcome to Zoulias Field for today's NHIAA Division II football game between the Merrimack Valley Pride and your home team, the Plymouth Regional Bobcats. We at PRHS and the NHIAA understand what an honor it is for student athletes to represent their schools and towns. Please let us be positive in every aspect of the game, sportsmanship from players, coaches, and fans. Positive cheering only and respect by everyone is expected for the officials working today's game.
So last-minute preparations for both teams. Merrimack Valley's finished their warm-ups. They're over on the sideline. Plymouth getting a couple more offensive plays set up here. A couple people you got to watch out for Plymouth. Definitely is that of the captain and Dylan Welsh. after week 1 and his 3 touchdowns, was up for Player of the Week. See if he can do it again here today. But also, can Luke Bassenwaite control under center and drive this offense for the Bobcats here this afternoon? Getting ready for the national anthem and the coin toss on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Definitely feels like fall. Only a week away officially from fall season starting, but barely a cloud in the sky, chill in the air, and a good crowd lining up here on the hillside just underneath us. You see just the gorgeous scenery. The trees starting to turn colors in the background.
The officials for today's game: John Hawk, back judge; James DeGear, headline judge; Bob Zuccaro.
Here come the captains for both teams out for the coin toss. Again, it's going to be a little difficult for us reading the numbers from distance for Merrimack Valley. They've got the white uniforms with gray numbers. So our cameraman and Eric Gooding's going to have a handful trying to stay zoomed in enough so we can see who is who. Teams getting last-minute instructions, waiting for the coin toss. So once again, visitors win the draw or the coin toss here, and it will be Merrimack Valley who wins it,
Has won the toss,
and they will defer to the second half. So good job there by captain and Tyler Medeiros, sophomore, number 77, getting the call on that one, I believe. And we will get set here. So Bobcats will go left to right across your screen here in the first quarter. Merrimack Valley will go right to left. As we will get set for the national anthem before kickoff here at Zoulias Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. Today's national anthem will be performed by the Plymouth Regional High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. William Gunn.
Great job, as always, by the Plymouth Regional Bobcat Pep Band. We are set for football action here in the White Mountains. And Plymouth in their home navy blue uniforms, white numbers, white pants. They will be going left to right if you're just tuning in here on Pemmy Baker TV, channel 1302 on Spectrum Cable, and also on our YouTube and Facebook pages. So glad you could join us wherever you're watching from. So Welch back to receive. Trying to see who the other one is today for Plymouth. Might be Gabe Keene. Welch wearing number 27 now. So we're set for the kickoff. And we are underway. Little squib kick to start. It's off the hand of Welsh. Welsh will gather it at about the 11. Trying to find some blockers downfield, and good work there in the special teams. And there's some contact behind the play upfield. But good work special teams by Merrimack Valley.
Turn by number 27, Dylan Welch.
And here comes the Bobcat offense for the first time here today.
First and 10 Bobcats from the 23.
So we'll see how this offense fares, looking to bounce back from last week's loss on the road. A lot of noise already here from the Plymouth sideline. Handoff, gonna go up the middle, and forward progress is stalled for Dylan Welch.
Welch on the carry.
Looks like they'll give him about 5 on the play. Scoreboard has it as only 3. We're tied in with the scoreboard here today, which is fantastic for our crew. Pressure coming from the Pride. They're showing blitz. Handoff, Welsh again trying to get out to the right. Gets across the 30 and makes it 3rd and short.
Welch on the carry.
Here's Gabe Keene checking in, wearing 20. He had some beautiful touchdowns in the season opener before leaving the game with an injury. Was able to return last week. They're going to go empty backfield. Now they're going to have one back there now in Welsh. Keene in motion, it's a fumble on the handoff and an uncharacteristic mistake again on Plymouth. A tough handoff from Bassenwaite. No signal yet who has it. And it will be 4th down for Plymouth and a loss of about 2 on the play. Lucky break there, but this should bring out the punt unit, if anything. And it does so. So the Pride with a great 3 and out to start this game on the defensive side of things. Bobcats ready for the punt. Good snap, good protection. And it's driven by Eastman out past the 40 on the Pride side and returning it out of bounds is Cam Chevery, the junior running back.
Chevier on the return.
So here come the Pride for the first time on the offensive side. Again, hard to see the numbers from our distance, so we apologize if we mispronounce anyone. Motion on a jet sweep on a little pitch out. Blockers in front. And I believe Matthew Sanborn is the running back on the play who's pushed out of bounds. Correction. Daniel McGonigal was the running back on the play, 7 and not 1. Buddy Eddy under center, number 10 for the Pride here this afternoon. I formation. Bobcats backing off pressure. Handoff near side and wrapped up for a loss of 1 on the play. And it was Braden Hussey with the carry, number 12. Correction, Reese Clearmont, number 21. Handoff. Battle right at about the 45. Plymouth secondary comes up and holds the ground. It will make it 4th and 1 here. But there is a Merrimack Valley player down on the field. And it looks to be Nolan Beck. One of the guards here. Getting tended to by the training staff. 8:23 remaining in this scoreless first quarter. Head coach for the Pride here in 2022 is Joe Raycraft. Again, you love the competition, but you never want to see a player go down hurt. It's a physical game, as we all know, but wish nothing but the best for everyone out there. Hopefully Beck will be okay. Again, we're not going to speculate any injuries. And great sportsmanship by the Bobcats. Help a competitor. That's something that's just really embodied by this program. I mean, it's written on the top of the press box on the other side of the field, the pride and tradition. And you just love to see that sportsmanship. And a round of applause as you see Beck being helped off the field. Can only hope that it will not be severe and he can have a speedy recovery and return soon. But it does still make it 4th and 1 at the Bobcat 45 here for Merrimack Valley. Eddy waiting to get the offense going. Pro set. Quarterback keeper, Eddy's going to easily get it for the Pride as he scrambles out to the 40 for the first down of the afternoon.
Eddy on the keeper.
So that takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Bobcat fans here on the near side of the field. Little pitch out to the back. Clearmont trying to turn the corner. Flag coming in on the play. We'll see what the call is. It looks like it will be on Merrimack Valley, possibly for a hold. And that is exactly what it is. We're going to call it on number 26, Nicholas DeBello, for the hold. So that'll back Merrimack Valley up 10 yards into their own territory and back to nearly where this drive started. So they'll put it at the 47. This drive started at the 46. So it's second and 23. No, correction, first and 23. No loss of down on the play. Eddie with a handoff. Claremont trying to dance through some pressure. Gets wrapped up from behind, but he'll get across midfield.
Claremont on the carry. Brought down by number 19, Cleary.
That Cleary in on the tackle. Merrimack Valley at the Bobcat 48. Now second and 18. Handoff right side, and the offensive line for Plymouth holds. So it was DeBello on the carry, number 26. First wide receiver out wide here today for either team on the near side. Play action, pressure in front. Eddie scrambling, getting near the first down marker, but there is a flag down in the backfield. And I suspect this one's coming back. So we're trying to listen in. We got the microphone pointing out the window, and it's picking up great sound. It is another holding penalty on Merrimack Valley.
Holding on MV.
So it's going to back him way back at their own 39. Third and 31. And expect a throw downfield. Plymouth going back into coverage. There's some confusion, too, with Plymouth's defense. Blitz coming. Bobcats can't get it. Eddie throwing downfield, wide open target. Chance here for the touchdown, and Merrimack Valley scores first. What an absolute bomb from Eddie.
Touchdown, Merrimack Valley.
And it is Claremont, number 21, the running back who just got free. And I mean, Plymouth brought that blitz, and there is just no coverage back from the safeties, and an easy throw. "61-yard touchdown." So here for the extra point. And the kick is good. And A 7-0 lead for Merrimack Valley on the road here in the first quarter, 5:28 remaining. So we'll see how the Bobcats can respond. It will be Gabe Keene and Dylan Welsh back to receive the kickoff here. Travis Garcia going to kick it off here. Let's see if it's another squib kick. Garcia, slow run up. It is another squib kick sent towards Dylan Welsh. He'll gather it up at the 20. Welsh going to swing it out to the right side. Gets tackled from behind. Once again, good special teams play by Merrimack Valley in the Pride. And I believe it was Braden Hussey in on the tackle.
12, Hussey.
And it was indeed. So 1st and 10 for Plymouth. And they'll mark it at the 28-yard line. Hand off to Keene, trying to turn the corner, trying to get some blockers out in front, still dancing near the sideline, and looks like a gain of 8 on the carry in the motion offense. So that's great to see, is head coach Chris Sanborn not afraid to go back to that same play call where it was the fumble last drive that set up that 4th down, trying to get that confidence back in your quarterback and in your running backs. And now you're right back into it. So there is officially a gain of 7. Same formation, just switched to the right. Back handoff to Dylan Welsh, and he will scramble at the edge for a 1st down. We'll see where the mark is. And we're going to have an official timeout. So we're going to get the chain gang for the first time here today by the looks of things. It's going to be real close. Ooh, just short by a couple of chain lengths. You can see it there from the head referee and where he's holding it. Here's some fans saying, don't give him an inch, and that's literally all Plymouth needs to get. So 3rd and inches, 3rd and an inch. And we'll see if Bassamway decides to hold on to this one. Welsh in the backfield, and a false start on the offense. And those are the mistakes that head coach Chris Sanborn was talking about, that this team cannot make. So it'll bring Plymouth back 5 yards now. So mid-down distance. Motion again, handoff, Welsh going up the middle, and the Pride were not fooled on the fake handoff to Gabe Keene. And it brings up 4th down, and Plymouth has not been able to get out of their own half of the field.
Welch on the carry.
Give him a couple of yards on the carry. Out to the 35, but here comes the punt unit. And more flags here.
Flag on the play.
And back-to-back. Well, not really back-to-back, but 2 straight penalties on Plymouth, both being false starts. The carry in between it. Crossman back to receive. Eastman with a good punt. It's going to roll across the 40. It's touched. Ball's loose. Plymouth think they have it. And they do. Great hustle downfield by the special teams on the other side for Plymouth this time. So it's Mason Lassard, the senior, who recovers it. So Plymouth in Pride territory for the first time. They'll start this drive at the 35. Really consider it part of the other one too, but second life, and this is a chance you cannot waste if you're Plymouth. Bassenwaite with a handoff right side. And again, a couple on the play. Bassenwaite under center. Handoff, fullback, and being wrapped up is Matt Cleary. As he'll lose possibly a yard or two. And it brings up 3rd and long.
Brought down by Monaghan.
So he'll lose 1. It'll be 3rd and 8. Monaghan in on the tackle for Merrimack Valley. Welsh alone in the backfield. Keene in motion. Has it on the handoff. Gets around the edge. Some blockers downfield. Tries to stiff arm. And he'll be about a yard short of the marker. But I expect Plymouth to go for it here.
Keene on the carry. Fourth and 1 from the 27.
So it was announced 4th and 1. It's really 4th and 2. Got to get out to the 25. So as expected, Plymouth going for it here. Welsh and Keene in the backfield. Offset right. Play action. Bassenwaite going to scramble. Gonna keep it himself. He's tucking and running. Cuts back across the 20, and he'll get a first down here for the Bobcats. Design quarterback keeper there. And Plymouth is in the red zone for the first time today at the 19. So a fresh set of downs here for the Bobcats to work with. Handoff, Welsh gonna cut back across the 10-5, touchdown, Bobcats!
Touchdown, Bobcats.
And it's Dylan Welsh, the captain. Continuing his hot start to the season.
Bobcat touchdown scored by number 27, Dylan Welch.
So Eastman setting up for the extra point attempt, trying to tie this game. Late coming in. As we have a kick that is good, we're tied at 7. Here with just under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. And a good drive put together there by Plymouth after the punt recovery.
Get your Bobcat gear up at the top of the hill. From Lucy Lou and Gabby too.
So happy to see Plymouth put that drive together. But both defenses just grinding it out so far. And it will be, as you see, Reese Clearmont back to receive the kickoff here from Eastman, the lone in the back. Correction, not Eastman. It's that of Gianna Ciotti, number 30. Ciotti, good end-over-end kick. Clearmont at his own 10. Cuts back upfield. He's got some open space at the 45. He's across midfield, still on his feet, and he's tripped up and tackled at the Bobcat 36. There is a flag on the play, but what a return there for Reese Clearmont. See where this is marked. Ooh, personal foul on Merrimack Valley. I believe the signal was helmet to helmet. That's going to move him back. And what was a 50-yard plus return will be placed at the 41, so a 31-yard return.
Personal foul.
High formation. Claremont with the handoff. Will gain a couple on the play.
Claremont on the carry, brought down by number 54, Emmett Nossman.
Just north of a minute to go here in the first quarter. Again, wind continuing to howl around the field into our microphone. We apologize for the wind noise. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the pistol. Handoff. Claremont trying to be wrapped up from behind. It'll be a carry easily enough for a first down. Cross midfield and out to the Bobcat 43.
Brought down by Lassard.
Lassard tackling him from behind, trying to pull onto that jersey. So we're really shaping up to be a run game despite that first touchdown of the game by the Pride on the blitz. Little confusion. Eddie going to keep it. Broken play. He'll be wrapped up in the backfield, a loss of 2. He's out to the 45. And just miscommunication on the routes there from the running backs.
Sack on the play by Sanborn and Lassard.
As the quarter comes to an end, that will do it here in the first. And a great first quarter we've had here after one. We're tied 7-7. You're watching Bobcat football here on Pemmy Baker TV. Back to start the second quarter. Dan Salzer alongside our staff here on Pemmy Baker TV. Thank you for tuning in on channel 1302 and our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Tied at 7 after 1. 2nd and 12. Eddie back to pass, steps up in a collapsing pocket, has to take off and run. Hit hard across the 40. Good work by the sophomore quarterback. Comes up a little gimpy on the play.
On the keeper.
Makes it 3rd and reasonable here. Officially 3rd and 5. High formation, Eddie under center. Panthers back off in coverage. Claremont going to try to get around the corner out to the left side, and he'll drive for the first down marker. We'll see where the spot is. It looks like he'll be just short. We'll give him 4 on the carry, and it'll be 4th and 1 now. So again, that in between distance. Expect the Pride to go for it. That's exactly what they will do. See if Eddie will keep it again. He doesn't. Handoff in the backfield. And it will be enough for a first down on the dive across midfield. And good hustle there by Nicholas DeBello. Handoff. Claremont at about the 30. We'll see where forward progress is given. Good carry there.
Claremont on the carry. Brought down by Cleary.
Here, Matt Cleary in on the tackle. Number 19 for the Bobcats. Stay with it at halftime. We'll show the pep band and their performance during the break. 9:05 to go, second quarter, and flags here. We'll see if it's on Plymouth. And it is. And offside on the defense is the call, so 2nd and 2. Handoff, hit in the backfield, Claremont. Nossaman had a guard on him and still made the tackle.
Claremont on the carry. Brought down by Nossaman.
Great job there by Nossaman to reach out with a offensive line on him and get that hit in the backfield. A loss of a couple on the play. So 3rd and 4 at the Bobcat 26. And again, hit near the line of scrimmage. And field goal unit's going to come out for Merrimack Valley.
Sack on the play by Matt Cleary.
Cleary will officially get a sack on Eddie. So 4th and 4. We'll give him actually 1 on the play, so 4th and 3. This is going to be a 42-yard attempt for Garcia. Snap, ball down, kick is up. I don't know if it's got the distance. Oh, it does just sneak over the crossbar. A 42-yard field goal for Garcia. Great kick.
Kick is good.
Thought that was going to hang up in the air, but it had just enough leg. As Merrimack Valley regains the lead, 10-7. So a 59-yard drive capped off. Well, start at their own 41, gets the field goal. I can read my notes eventually. Keenan Welch back to receive once again, as usual, for the Bobcats. See decent crowd side on the far side of the field for the traveling Pride fans. Garcia with his slow run up. Driven towards Gabe Keene. Keene smartly lets it roll out of bounds. And it's going to move him up to the 35. For the Legal procedure on the kick. So Keene, great awareness to see that rolling out. Oh, they're going to re-kick it instead. My apology. So I'm getting our notes set up. Cameraman Eric Gooding also acting as our spotter here today. Rightfully corrects me. But they'll back him up 5 yards on the kick. It's now at the 35. Welsh and Keene with their heels at their own 15 now. Squibb sent up at the 35 and 34, and Mason Lessard going to play the precautionary game and just grab it and kneel down and not try to run it upfield. So plenty of time for Plymouth to drive down the field here. 7:06 to go in the opening half. Handoff up to Dylan Welsh. Good speed. Gets slammed down at about the 48-yard line. 15-yard carry on the play.
Welch on the play.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining here. Handoff, Welsh again gets the cover out, and that C gap can't turn the corner. He's across midfield. And they'll mark it down at the Pride 47. Should be 2nd and 5 here. Handoff, but it's fumbled again and recovered by the Pride. Another mistake on handoffs. Bassenwaite just had his hand run into.
Defender on the play, recovered by MD.
And that will not make Chris Sanborn very happy. 2 fumbles on handoffs here in the first half. 1 recovered, but it was 4th down in the first quarter in the opening drive. And now decent field position for Merrimack Valley to start their next drive. At their own 44. Eddie, under pressure, takes the hit, lobs it out, finds his receiver, and Eastman makes the tackle out of bounds. I believe it's DeBello. And it is. So Eastman just kind of, or Eddie, I should say, threw up kind of a prayer right there while getting hit. That was hanging up for a while. Another first down here for Merrimack Valley. Two wide receivers set. Claremont with a handoff up the middle. Gets out to about the 40, or correction, the 36 of Plymouth. Gain of 4 on the play for him. So a chance for Merrimack to make it a two-possession game after the fumble recovery. Handoff on the dummy run. McGonigal with a carry, number 7, close to the first down marker. He'll see what the spot is once again. It looks like he will be 2 yards short at the 32. So technically 3rd and 2. Scoreboard says 3rd and 1. I formation. Fumble on the play. Eddie recovers, picks it up, and gets the first down. So a lucky break for Merrimack Valley, but it turns out in their favor. On the snap, it was fumbled, bounced right back up into the hands of Eddie, and he took off running up the middle behind his center. And gets the first down. 3:40 and counting left here in the second quarter. 10-7 Merrimack Valley. Play action, Eddie trying to roll out, just misses a tackle. Runs into a couple of big bodies on the near sideline.
Eddie on the keeper, brought down by Lassard.
Lassard and Cador in on that tackle. It will be 2nd and 9. Plymouth looking to just hold once again in their own territory. Pitched back to Clearmont. He'll try to cut back up inside. Bobcats were having nothing of it. I think Lassard was also in on the tackle once again. If not, Cador once again.
Tackle made by number 19, Cleary.
And Cleary was in there apparently. Didn't see 19. But 3rd and long. But they are within field goal range. Good hustle there by Eli Crane to get off the field and avoid the penalty on the defensive side. And Plymouth will get their 3rd sack of the game officially. And that might move them out of field goal range. But they're going to bring Garcia in to kick here on 4th and 11.
Sack on the play by number 87, Brennan Johnson.
So Johnson gets the sack. And we're going to have a timeout called by Merrimack Valley with 1:25 to go here in the second quarter. It's Merrimack Valley 10. Plymouth Regional 7, you're watching Bobcat football here on Pemmy Baker TV. So here we go for the field goal attempt for Garcia after that timeout. a 47-yard attempt. His last was 42. Driven, and it misses short. So the Bobcats defense holds. So with high school, it goes as a touchback, and it'll start at the 20. So I really don't blame Merrimack Valley for going for that kick attempt, because either way, it's either in or Plymouth starts deeper in their own end. Good call there by head coach Joe Raycraft. Minute 25 to go here in the half. Keene with a handoff, has some blockers, gets past his blocker in Cador, and he'll get out of bounds for the first down. Out to the 35.
Keene on the carry.
So that stops the clock with a minute 18. Plymouth with all 3 timeouts remaining. Eastman, the lone wide receiver, out to the right side. Keene, another handoff on the motion, trying to find some blockers, turns the edge, and gets about 4 on the carry. But again, it'll stop the clock. 1:11 remaining now, 7 seconds taken off of that play. Up to the line of scrimmage they go, 2nd and 5. Sanborn came in motion momentarily. Bassenwaite, flag on the play. Bassenwaite trying to still scramble with it, gets back out to the 35, but this is going to come back on a hold most likely. Referee saw that in the backfield as Bassenwaite, yep, it is a hold indeed on Plymouth. Bassenwaite tried to scramble away. So just too many penalties, really on both teams, but too many flags here for either offense to really find a rhythm. And it looks like Plymouth will call a timeout. Their first charged timeout of the half. So 1:02 to go. Plymouth trailing by 3 here on Pemmy Baker TV. Back out of the timeout. 2nd and 22 now for the Bobcats. We really haven't seen Bassenwaite try to air it out downfield at all here today. Handoff going back up the middle. And Ciatti is tackled, but it will be not a gain of 12 on the play. We'll see will they mark it down. Another timeout called here by Plymouth. As we'll keep it right here for you. It makes it 3rd and 9 with 53 seconds to go.
Timeout Bobcats.
Captain and Welsh trying to fire up his team. But a great battle here today. Talked about it pregame. Plymouth looking to bounce back after that tough loss at Bow last week. Merrimack Valley looking for some redemption last year, or from last year's loss here in Plymouth, and trying to make it back-to-back wins after picking up that 30-19 win at home against Laconia last week. Plymouth will be going to Laconia next week. Week 4, Friday night football. First Friday night game of the season. We'll have coverage of that for you, as always, right here on Pemmy Baker TV. Bassenway now is going to throw it out to the right side. And it's caught by Ciotti across midfield. Oh no, you're saying it's incomplete. I thought he had it. So good defense. It looks like it just dropped it in front. And it will be 4th and 9, and the punt unit comes out. I thought he had that. Eastman to punt it away. Big hit in front. That one gets off, and it's a great bounce for Plymouth. It rolls to the Pride 21-yard line. As Merrimack Valley will have 35 seconds to work with. We'll see if they try to drive it downfield. If not, just kind of run out the clock and enter the locker room. And Merrimack Valley just going to take the knee and just run the clock out here to end the first half. Smart play, you're deep in your own end. And they might need to get one more play off. It looks like they won't, so final 10 seconds here of the quarter, so back and forth affair. As the clock will run out as we'll hit halftime here at Zoulias Field, with Merrimack Valley taking a lead into the break, 10-7, thanks to a 61-yard touchdown on the throw from Buddy Eddy, the sophomore quarterback, on that 4th and long, and Plymouth bringing the all-out blitz, and it was a great catch. After that, after the 3-and-out for Plymouth to start the game, they come back, have to punt, but recover the punt and go in for a Dylan Welsh touchdown to tie it at 7. That was a score after the first quarter. Garcia with a great leg nails a 42-yard field goal. And both teams stall out from there with some fumbles and some turnovers against Plymouth. So that will do it for us here in the first half of action. We're going to turn it over to the Pep Band for their halftime performance. We'll be back in about 14 minutes for second half kickoff. But at the break, it's Merrimack Valley 10, Plymouth Regional 7. You're watching Bobcat football here on Pemmy Baker TV.
See if I can catch it. Ah, I just saw it. Okay. All right. You gonna run? What are we doing? Oh, that was wrong. I'm sorry, bud.
Nice girl, though.
I don't really know how to play throw football. Okay. Oh, you do? I have never played football. Woo! You guys can play. I know I'm like old, so. Yeah, I know we don't care. You don't care? Who's got it? Sorry, you're right.
Finally!
Let's play Moss. Yeah, you guys can play.
Oh, quarterback first.
Welcome back, fans, here on Pemmy Baker TV. Under a minute to go before we get kickoff to start the third quarter. Been listening to the pep band here for Plymouth playing at halftime. If you're just tuning in, missed what happened in the first half. A lot of penalties for both teams, but a 61-yard touchdown by Merrimack Valley to open up the scoring on a fourth down play as Plymouth brought the blitz. That made it 7-0. Plymouth later on was forced to punt on their second drive, but recovered at the Pride 35, and it ended up being a Dylan Wells touchdown to tie things at 7 in the second quarter. It was a 42-yard field goal for Garcia for Merrimack Valley, and that's where things stand at the moment. So Pride doing a little bit of warm-ups on the far side of the field. We're waiting for the Bobcats to make their way out of the locker room. They added another 2-3 minutes on the clock. Why, I don't know. As here come the Bobcats off to our right, running back onto the field. And we'll see what kind of spark they have. Would not want to be a fly in the wall in that locker room at halftime. 3 fumbles. One that was recovered by Merrimack Valley in the second quarter. And just again, like last week, some uncharacteristic and sometimes sloppy mistakes by Plymouth. They'll try to clean up here. And you wonder if Bassenway will stay under center. It looks like he's going to come out to warm up on the field. See on your screen. Saw Caden Sanborn also at quarterback in the season opener here. So they went back and forth trying to determine the starting role. So we'll see what happens again. Merrimack Valley won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they'll get the receive here to start the third quarter and try to add to their 3-point lead. Again, Dan Salzer here on Pemmy Baker TV alongside our staff, and we thank you all for tuning in. Whether you're watching on channel 1302 here on Spectrum Cable, or if you're tuning in on our Facebook or YouTube channels. Here come the Bobcats. Special team unit out to kick it away. And they'll go left to right here in the third quarter. The Pride going right to left. And it's really been a ground game. A couple of throws. Obviously that touchdown we talked about by Eddie. But it's really been just a pound and grind on the run game for both teams. So Ciotti ready to kick off. As we get the whistle. And it's a squib kick. Back up field and falling on it at the 30 are the Pride. And that's where they will start this next drive. Again, I do not believe we have seen Nolan Beck, the guard that went down with an injury in the first quarter early on back in the game for Merrimack. Again, we hope he is okay if he has not returned. So a little pitch out once again to the likes of Clearmont. And forward progress will give him one on the play. Matt Cleary in on the tackle, number 19. Not the sense of urgency we saw from both teams to the line of scrimmage. Merrimack Valley just calmly getting to the line of scrimmage here. In the pistol. Handoff, Claremont cuts back off a bounce up inside. Gain of only 2. Secondary stepping up quickly from Plymouth and recognizing the carry. Javon Cador in for the tackle once again, number 52. He's been pretty solid today on the defensive side of the ball. Third and 6 for the Pride. Be at their own 34-yard line. One wide receiver on the near side. Play action, Eddie under pressure, pocket collapsing, and he's sacked for the 4th time today. And a big stop, and it forces a 3 and out to start the third quarter. And that should spark the Bobcats here.
Brought down in the backfield by a pack of Cats.
Fumble on the kick. Garcia just gets it off with a low snap. Friendly bounce, though, just over midfield. But fantastic field position for Plymouth to start this drive. Their first here of the second half. It'll be at their own 48. So a low snap. And we'll see what Plymouth can do to respond. $18-yard punt officially. Handoff, Welch cutting back up, gets some blockers, bounces after some contact. And it'll be enough for a Bobcat first down, as he'll get out to about the 40 of Merrimack Valley. Looks like they'll spot him at the 39. And you can just feel that energy coming from the Bobcat sideline. Handoff once again to Welsh. Gets into the second line. McGonigal makes the tackle. But another 11-yard carry here for a Bobcat first down, and they are driving with some intensity.
Another Bobcat first down.
So Plymouth wasting no time here in their first possession of the third quarter. Handoff of Welch, why not? He's been solid. Third straight carry. Gain of about 5 on the play.
Welch on the carry, good for 5.
So now you wonder if Merrimack Valley is going to bring up the secondary and really pack that box and try to put the pressure on Bassenway to throw. 2nd and 5. Same formation we've seen. Handoff this time to Cleary, who gets wrapped up here in the backfield. Couple of pride there. We're ready for the play. Plymouth trying to go against the grain, nothing coming. They'll say forward progress for no gain. Correction, they do lose it to 3 yards on it finally. So 3rd and 8. Wait for the scoreboard update there. Handoff. Welch, lots of running room. Has a blocker across the 5 and he scores! For another
Touchdown,
Bobcat touchdown. I believe a 28-yard carry there for Dylan Welsh.
Touchdown scored by number 27, Dylan Welch.
That gives Plymouth their first lead of the afternoon. Ciani for the extra point. And drills it through the uprights. And it's 14-10 Plymouth. So what a great drive there for Plymouth Regional. Good field position on the botched punt. The low snap by Merrimack Valley. And they'll go 52 yards. .7:26 to go, third quarter. So we hope you are all enjoying wherever you're watching from and whoever you're rooting for. It's been a fantastic football game here in week 3. Another driven squib kick from Ciani, picked up at the 20. Some running room and getting out to about the 40 is the likes of Cam Chavery. Haven't called his name too often here today. He had the first play of the game and haven't really called his name since. They'll mark it at the Pride 41. Eddie, handoff. Clearmont, and he'll be hit at the line of scrimmage. And this looks like a completely rejuvenated Bobcat squad.
Came on the carry. brought down by Massimo.
Back in that pistol. Eddie, handoff. Couldn't be a cutback near side. Good job there by DeBello. Number 26 on the carry. It'll be a first down for Merrimack Valley, and they're in the Bobcat territory. So both teams trying to that decoy game here today. Claremont and Welsh, the main stars on the offensive side of things here this afternoon. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the right first time today. Eddie gonna step up into the pocket, and he's sacked for the 5th time.
Sack on the play by number 52, Javon Cador.
Javon Cador gets, I believe, his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Make it 2nd and 13, and back over midfield it goes. Pitch back to Claremont. He fumbles it and has to fall on it, and it's a loss of 4. And 3rd and long, and now we're starting to see the mistakes on the Pride side that we saw from Plymouth in the first half. And they will mark it at the 45. Officially 3rd and 18. After the Bobcat 37. Trips near side this time. Eddie, good pocket protection. Scrambles to his right, gonna air it out downfield, and it's broken up. Eastman, I believe, got his hand in there to knock it away. Or correction, that's not Eastman, my apology. That's Matt Cleary, the captain, number 19. And here comes the punt unit. Good snap this time, Garcia. Booming kick. Welsh doesn't see it. It bounces back favorably for the Bobcats. It'll be at the 18-yard line.
The winning 50-50 ticket has been drawn. The number is 355-1476. Again, 355-1476. Please pick up your winnings up at the
So a 47-yard punt. And it has Plymouth back deep in their own territory to start this next drive. 14-10 Bobcats here at home. 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff Welsh, cut back up at the A-gap on the right side, and it gains a couple. Actually gets 5 on the carry.
Welch on the carry, good for 5.
Bobcats sticking with this Two running backs on the right side and blowing up the gap there, the Pride. And a big hit in the backfield for a loss. And it was Claremont again, doing it on both sides of the ball. No, correction, it was Hussey, number 12, not 21. You wonder if Plymouth will try to do the decoy and give it to Cleary this time. Pitch out. Welsh gets tackled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 25. 4th and 3, and here comes the punt unit. So another great defensive stop here by Merrimack Valley. So Eastman will step back to punt it away. So a quick 3 and out. Pressure coming. Eastman with a beautiful punt. That gets over the head there of Chevery, and it's going to roll inside the 25 and out to about the 23. So a 52-yard punt. And it stays 14-10 Plymouth here late in the third quarter. And a whistle. And it looks like it's on the officials. They're going to try to get the mark correct. Oh no, trainer, there's someone injured on the far sideline, so the trainers are heading across the field. That's what the call is for. And hopefully, whoever it is okay for Merrimack Valley. Handoff right up the gut. And it's really who's going to have the stamina left at the end of this game, who's going to come out on top. .230 remaining third quarter. High formation, Eddie under center, handoff, Claremont again, finds some running room across the 30 and close to another Pride first down.
Claremont brought down by Easton.
So 3rd and 2 here at the 31. Under 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Handoff again to Claremont. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. And this might be a punt coming up here. It looks like it will be.
Carter and Nosselman on the stop.
So another 3 and out the other way. Garcia to punt it away. It's high. Gonna get a friendly bounce at the 45 and roll all the way down to the 31. "38-yard punt. Plymouth will start their third drive of the third quarter here at their own 31. Still up 14-10. Handoff, Welsh has protection on the edge. His tackle just shy of the 40. Looks like a gain of 8 on the carry for the captain. And off again, Welsh. He'll cut up at the B gap, dances across the 45, and his tackle just shy of midfield for another Bobcat first down. And it looks like, well, Plymouth going to try to get one more play in here before the end of the quarter. They do indeed. Another handoff to Welsh. Has some blockers out in front, gets tripped up across midfield. And a gain of about 5, and here's a flag at the end of the play too. And that's going to be against Merrimack Valley. They're unsportsmanlike or just a personal foul. Calling on Cam Chevery, number 11. So we have the end of the third quarter, depending on where things stand. So dead ball personal foul here on the defense. And that's going to really put Plymouth in good field position to start the fourth quarter. So they'll start the final 15 at the Pride 32. Be back in just a moment. But at the end of 3, it's Plymouth 14, Merrimack Valley 10 here on Pemmy Baker TV. To the fourth quarter we go. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Pride 32 after the penalty on Merrimack Valley. Welsh going to go to the left side, get some yards after contact, dragging the Pride team on his back out to the 25. 7 yards on that carry for the captain once again. And he has just been an absolute workhorse, but he is down favoring his ankle, so an official timeout as he'll head off the field. Gabe Keene will come in. And that is a big body in the backfield you don't want to lose. He'll stick it out and as best he can. We saw that when he went down, the same thing in season opener here at home and came back on the next, or a couple plays later. Hand off. Cleary across the 20. And out to the 19. So the Bobcats in the red zone for the second time today.
Cleary on the carry.
Oh, a big hit on Cleary in the backfield. And again, Hussey is the one getting in that backfield for Plymouth, making some big stops defensively. 2nd and 11. And now Plymouth will huddle up here as they were already showing line of scrimmage. Eastman, the lone wide receiver, out to the right. Some confusion here at the line. Plymouth got to hurry. Keene in motion, handoff to him. Has some blockers and Ciotti downfield, and it's a flag, and it's going to be a holding penalty on Ciotti. This one's coming back for sure. Absolutely. Saw it all day, and the blockers downfield. We'll wait for the official ruling and the mark off here, but bring up 2nd and long, very long for Plymouth. So put it at the 30. Have to reach the 9 for a first down. Eastman will head out. Looks like Dylan Vesey in, number 81. Haven't called his name here today, but going with some bigger bodies. Potential throw downfield. Vesey will be the wide receiver on the near side. Dumped off right side, and flag comes in late on the far side of the field. Bassenwaite ran into a wall of a couple of Pride and had to dump it off just out of the reach there of Matt Cleary. We'll see what the call is. Didn't see what it was looking down at the notes after the play. So the officials discuss it here. And still trying to figure out the call. I wonder if they'll pick it up. Dead ball personal foul, and it's on Merrimack Valley. Ooh. So a break for Plymouth. Get some territory back from their penalty a moment ago. And it puts them at the 15. So it's 3rd and 6. And this really kind of feels like the game. If Plymouth can score, really opens it up and forces Merrimack Valley to throw it downfield. If the Pride can hold, it's going to put all momentum on their side. 3rd and 5. Handoff, Welch back in. Gets some forward progress, but a good defensive stop on the outside by Merrimack Valley. So gut check time. And Coach Chris Sanborn going to keep the offense out there. See what Bassenwaite does. Expect a handoff to Dylan Welsh. per usual here today. Just ticking under 9 minutes to go. Rolling out, quarterback keeper. Bassaway trying to get to the edge, and he's short by 4 yards. He'll only get one across the 15, and a turnover on downs, and that's the momentum we were talking about that Merrimack needed to keep it a one-possession game. And 8:48 to go. So Merrimack will officially start at their own 13. And we'll see if Eddie starts to air this one out. Again, had that 61-yard touchdown in the first quarter. Throw out to the right side. Clearmont gathers it up at the 15. Dances away from Eastman. Shows off the speeds with the afterburner across the 35. And a big-time first down there for the Pride. Mark it at the 37. As we talked about, Eddie has the arm. If he has the pocket protection, he'll go into the pistol. Deuces split. Stepping up, and he's sacked again for the 6th time today. Defense has come up clutch when needed for the Bobcats. And this is an official timeout for the trainers to get across the field. And so one of the players on the far side for Merrimack Valley coming up injured, and battle of atrocity. Hopefully no one is seriously injured. I'll put him out for a long period of time for either team. So here we go, 2nd and 15 now. Eddie gonna step up, and he's sacked on back-to-back plays. Plymouth showing a little bit of a delayed blitz there and just getting some pressure inside.
Sack on the play by Nossaman, Carter.
And 3rd and very long. Say 3rd and 20 officially. Scoreboard says 3rd and 18, close enough. But this one's going to have to go downfield. Back off in a cover 4. Eddie, pocket protection, steps up, throw over the middle, and it's caught. Flag in the backfield, though, before the throw. And that's near the first down marker for Daniel McGonigal. But we'll see what the call is. This might be a hold on the offense. Ooh, a chop block on the offense. So another penalty going against Merrimack Valley, and that negates that potential first down pass, that 20-yard pass coming from Buddy Eddie. So 3rd and 35 is where they're going to mark it off at the 12th. And now Plymouth dropping off into cover 6. Actually, they're dropping everyone back. 4 wide receivers. Eddie going to throw over the top, lobbing one this into traffic, intercepted by Ciotti. And he is slammed down at the 25.
Interception on the play by number 30, Gianni Ciotti.
And that gives Plymouth great field position here to break the game open. There is a flag on the play, and I'm assuming it's for after the whistle. A face mask personal foul on the Pride, and frustration showing right now for Merrimack Valley. It will be taken after the play, so Plymouth well inside the red zone to start this drive. And it looks like they're going to put them at the 13. So expect Dylan Welsh to just pound this one in, looking for his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Two guys in motion. Ball fumbled! Welsh falls on it. Plymouth lucky not to get a flag before the play. You had the likes of Caden Sanborn and Matt Cleary both in motion off to the right. Merrimack can't believe it. But it is a loss of 4 on the play with the fumble. Either way, it's been an exciting one here this afternoon, despite both teams' misgivings. Sanborn out to the right. Now he'll come across to the left. Hand off Cleary to the right side. He'll gain some forward progress near. We're almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Should be 4th and 11, or correction, 3rd and 11. Approaching 5.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Plymouth trying to hang on here and make it a 2-possession game if possible. Handoff, Welsh to the near side, across the 5, still on his feet, towards the touchdown line, and they're going to knock him down at the 1. Oh, he nearly pushed it across the goal line. But it will be 1st and goal.
First down, Bobcats.
So here's the game essentially. Bobbled on the handoff. Welsh hit in the backfield again. And that was an all-out blitz in the goal line stance. But if Plymouth can only get a field goal, makes it a 7-point game. Merrimack Valley could drive the field, win it with a 2-point conversion here late. We'll see what happens here on 2nd and goal. Pitch out. Welsh trying to turn the corner, has some blockers in front, and a touchdown for the Bobcats. His 3rd touchdown run of the afternoon.
Touchdown, Bobcat. Touchdown scored by number 27, Dylan Welch.
Makes it 20-10 here late in the ball game. Ciotti for the extra point attempt, and this is all because of his interception. Oh, a botched snap. Kick is still through and good. As there is another Merrimack Valley player down on the play. But a 21-10 scoreline here with 3:40 to go. Take absolutely nothing away from Merrimack Valley. They've battled the injuries. They got out to the early lead. They had the lead at the half, but Plymouth just found another gear coming out of the locker room. Scored quickly on their first possession of the second half, and they haven't looked back since. And training staff tending to the injured Merrimack Valley player right now. And it's great to see him back on his feet, being helped off by his teammates. Again, we take a look at the road ahead for both teams. Merrimack Valley will be back home against John Stark next Saturday, a 2:30 kickoff there. Then they'll travel to Bow to start the month of October. And then back home against Manchester West on October 7th. We'll get to Plymouth's upcoming schedule after the play. Ciotti with a squib kick. That one across the 30, gathered out about the 27, and there's running room up the middle, and a great return to midfield for the Pride. And it was Luke Demers there, I believe number 58. They'll mark it right at midfield. So we look at the road ahead for Plymouth. Again, they have their first Friday night game this coming week at Laconia. Then back-to-back home games against Souhegan in a rematch championship a couple years ago before the special night game here at home for the first time ever against Guilford Belmont on October 7th. Throw out to the left side and nowhere to go for Claremont. They'll give him 2 on the catch. But now again, being down 11, Merrimack just has to throw it down deep. And that really limits what they have to work with. It makes it easier for the defense. 3 wide receivers set. Court motion, throw out to the flat here for McGonigal. And he'll get out to about the 46. But it's still
Sard on the tackle.
3rd and 6 here. And the pistol again, same formation. Great pocket protection. Going to try to throw it downfield. Too much time. And it's the 7th sack of the day. Correction, 8th sack of the day for the Bobcat defense. Just hanging on to that too long for the sophomore quarterback. And it is a fumble recovery turnover there too.
Ball recovered by number 22, Kean Woods.
So Woods recovers. And now Plymouth with 2:15 to go is really just going to run the clock out with some running plays here. Handoff, Welsh cuts back out to the left side across the 30. He's pushed out at the 21. But a big-time run for the captain again here today. Don't have official stats, but has to be well over 100 yards carrying here today with his 3 touchdowns. Mark it at the 20 instead.
Welch on the carry.
So all but formality now for the Bobcats as they look to improve to 2-1 on the year. Handoff, Welsh finds some room at the C gap, but gets nowhere. Great speed on the edge for Merrimack Valley. Officially be a loss of 1. Handoff again to Welsh, who gets almost clotheslined in the backfield, then gets slammed, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty on Merrimack Valley. And it well after the whistle, which is that frustration in a team that has battled so hard here today. So will be a 10-yard penalty. They don't want to call it out as anything else. So
personal foul.
3rd and 1 at the 11. And really, here their play clock at 40 and clock running. So really, pretty much a formality, just kind of run it for the first down, and that will seal the win here for Plymouth this afternoon. So victory formation for the Bobcats. And Bassenwaite will kneel it out. And Plymouth will come away victorious here this afternoon after being down 10-7 at the half. They will improve to 2-1. Taking this one at home, 21-10 over Merrimack Valley. Again, we'll show you the handshake line. Upcoming schedule, Merrimack Valley again next week will be home against John Stark before heading to Bow as they trade home and away all season long in their schedule. We wish them the absolute best and wish all the players a speedy recovery and a quick return to action next week. Plymouth, as a clock strikes 0, will be on the road next week. Take on a tough rival in Laconia High School. At Laconia, kickoff 7 p.m. Friday night, the 23rd. Join us once again right here on Pemmy Baker TV. And also with our friends at WPNH joining us once again. We thank them for their help last week at Bow as well. Dylan Welch started the game, 3 touchdowns, 3 runs for him. But really both teams struggling with turnovers. Bobcats have got to clean up those handoffs in the run game. Too many fumbles here today. Really anything over 1 is too many as from a head coaching standpoint. And Chris Sanborn not going to be happy with that, but he will appreciate the win here today as that's going to do it for us this afternoon. We thank you for tuning in here on Pemmy Baker TV. For our cameraman and spotter this afternoon and Eric Gooding, I'm Dan Salzer. Final score for the final time. It's the Plymouth Regional Bobcats 21, the Merrimack Valley Pride 10. We'll see you next week here on Pemmy Baker TV.